Hello YouTubers, today's video is we're going to be taking a second look at Newaygo County's Sandy Beach Campground. This first stretch I'm leaving my campsite and I'm heading down the front row of the campground with the water on the right, which is Hardy Pond. All the spots, by the way, on the river, on the waterfront are full hookups. I'm on the e-bike, so it's going to be a little jiggly at times. That was another electric bike user that I talked to earlier. He's only had it for about a couple of months with only 40 miles on it. I'm pushing 435 right now. Just passing the dump station. Portion bits. This is probably one of the prettiest county parks that we've got in Newaygo. Occupants over here are seasonal. Went for a boat ride with one of them. Found out there's a little bit of politics going on around here, but where else do you find it? Someplace where they don't have politics. House on the far end of the campground. The staff here are extremely nice. Like I said in the last video, there's ice available. And once again, we're going to start a second review of Sandy Beach RV Park and Campground. A little quieter this week, or this weekend, because it's just before Labor Day and kids in Newaygo County have already gone back to school. It does have a little bit of activity going on around here, but I was surprised when I first booked my spot here. I couldn't get one with full hookups, and then after checking later on, there was plenty available, so I was able to get one in right next to where my sister and brother-in-law were parked. I'm going to try to hit a couple of points that I didn't hit the last time. I've learned a little bit more about this park by talking to people who have been staying here and found out some interesting things. Now I'm going to turn up here, and there is a water pump. This particular water pump is connected to a spring. It's the old style water pump where you pump it by hand, but they say this is the best tasting, coolest water that you'll find. Doesn't surprise me, because when we were on a boat ride yesterday, we found some like a couple of little small waterfalls from a natural spring. I didn't know about this place the last time I stayed here. Obviously they have availability for a lot of camping, fire pits and picnicking. This is also an area where some of the seasonals restore their boats or their trailers, because they do have a couple of boat docks available for rent. And in case you missed my last video, they do have a lottery every season for the seasonal spots. Just because you stayed there the year before doesn't mean you can stay here this year on a seasonal spot. You could have one for several years and all of a sudden lose it. We're going down by the boat ramp, and before I go in there, there's a pathway that goes back to the swimming beach. That's something else I didn't show on my last video. The picnic area and beach area. This park is very well maintained, right down to the bathhouses. Swing sets for kids. There's a little beach area. Very nice and very scenic. A little bit of sand. Sorry for the bumpiness. At this point, I'm going to be entering a bike trail that I found out about. Unfortunately, I had a problem with the camera and it didn't pick up until halfway through the bike trail. A couple of bike riders. Go ahead. Sorry. I just saw a couple deer back there. Oh yeah, there was like a doe and a little fawn.
Okay.
And hopefully I
got them on video there, so.
Oh, you got your little GoPro?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a helmet one and we did bring the right mount for it. So.
Yeah. I hear you.
We have to use our memory.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you lose it after you get up my age. So.
Right.
Gotta get it on video.
Yeah. So enjoy your ride.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi. Very busy trip.
Well, later on, I found out that I shouldn't have an e-bike on this trail, but I didn't really see where it was marked, especially at the head of the park or ahead of the trail where I got on. As you can see, this trail whips back and forth, left and right, up and down, and basically it's called the Dragon Trail, and as you can see, there's a good reason why.
This bike has got a front shock and I got the extras hard seat.
The worst thing about losing the first half of the trail is that's when I saw the two deer it was that I talked about a little earlier.
I'm gonna have to tell that park ranger how nice this was. Come over here. No problem. Lesser skilled rider, so whenever I see somebody coming towards me, I make sure I yield for them.
This trail actually goes on for several miles, and you can actually go up by one of the dams.
Oh, this could be one of my best videos. Who knows? Sometimes you never know. You never know. Oh, this is heavy here. I'm at mile 2 from the head.
I didn't realize that my camera mount was loosening up and the camera started pointing down more towards the ground, so we were missing a lot more. Didn't get to see quite all the scenery I would have liked to.
coming towards the end. Does continue on, but it's hi. That was pretty exciting. We didn't lose too much off of that.
Other than flipping the bike, which I really didn't experience that much of it, but this was probably one of the most exciting rides that I've ever had.
Good video out of this. This was exciting.
I'm not videoing going through the entire park, kind of keeping it to a shorter limit, but at least you got a good idea as far as some of the high points that's in the park and things that I've missed during the first video, in case you've seen that as well. That was my sister and brother-in-law there. I hope you enjoyed this second look at Newaygo County's Sandy Beach Campground. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And most of all, thanks for watching.